Welcome to the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, home to the South Alabama Jaguars at Hancock-Whitney Stadium, and we have been fired up about this match all week. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt, as we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Jaguars will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense is on the field for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent.
There he goes! He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. 4 wide receivers on 2nd and inches. They might try to take a shot. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Terrell. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Hauls it in. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Henry. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Caught in the backfield, it's Platt. And into the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the South Alabama Jaguars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Rushes on him. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Scott. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. Wants to throw again. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on third down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
The Jaguars will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off play action on first down. Got a man, it's Sands. Turning it on! They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Messer. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now staring at a third and short from the 40. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Sands. Still on his feet at the 45. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Terrell. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Gonna run it. It's Bullock. Can't get him to the ground. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Jaguars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Davenport. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Jenkins. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Jaguars will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It is good. This is now a 7-point game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Buffalo went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Bulls always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead there.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
It's caught into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Get set, get set. Raise him.
On the move, it's Sands. Past the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub.
Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
For quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Woods. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Jaguars headed quickly to the line. Looking to pass. It's Davenport. Going to try to get it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Jaguars will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Sands. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
From the gun, running back on the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts it down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Might be calling a hot route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pucks it out of the air. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is in the air. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Looking to throw, it's Davenport. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Jaguars come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. grab near the marker. It's Jenkins. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment defense.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Second down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Davenport. Finds his tight end. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. The Jaguars send out the punt unit. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? With the catch, it's Sands. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. I like this taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
And I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's what quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
The toss sweep to the right. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The short hands, it's Terrell. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Mobile, but let's just go with notable. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's head back inside Hancock-Whitney Stadium.
Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Davenport. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Snatches it on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to swing it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Messer. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Handoff to the lone back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Quarterback will keep it. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Runs through a tackle. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Sands. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. And the Jaguars buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To throw, it's Davenport. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your...
Breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Platt. At the 45 on his way. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Throws to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Sands. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Sends it back in motion. Just keeps slinging it. Snagged in the middle. It's Messer. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Baylor is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 25 over LSU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to pass, it's Davenport. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Jaguars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Gibbs. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game.
There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20.
Let's go.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
The Jaguars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
In this offense, they just got to find a way to make some plays here. They've dug themselves a huge hole. Haven't played well, especially in the important areas. They've kicked too many field goals, not scored a touchdown. They've got to find a way to create an explosive play.
Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Jaguars trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Davenport. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the move. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Alabama.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They'll line up to go for 2. He'll set up to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Here we go. The give from the gun. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. And the Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Owls will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Grab behind the line. It's Platt. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
All right, and you ran that 3rd down play, and you knew 4th down was coming. If you didn't score, what were you going to run? You're on the 2-yard line. It's your decision. Do you want to be aggressive? Do you want to take the 3? Your call.
Now on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
One thing this defense prides themselves on is their preparation. And they knew coming into this game they were going to see option on 4th down. All 11 guys defensively are ready for it. The quarterback tries to keep it himself, but there is nowhere for him to go, and they turn it over on downs.
Looking for a man. It's Davenport. Throwing right. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Pulls it in. It's Scott. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On 1st down from their own 22.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack play.
Looking for room at the 25. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Quickly to the tight end. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB strikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive, too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
The offense changing the play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking left. A strike downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Wide receiver going in motion. Now the play fake. Fires left. Looking for the goal line. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. They've really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. They'll run it. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And the punishment has been extended. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Phillips. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play to pad the stats. To the air, it's Davenport. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and